Hello everyone, and we are back today. I'm going to go ahead and get started with my brows. I'm using Anastasia's Brow Dip in the color Ash Brown. It's a little bit too dark, but I'm going to go ahead and get my hair dyed, so I didn't even care. So I'm going to go ahead and speed right through these eyebrows, and we will be right back. Okay, so now that we are zooming through the brows, I am going to go ahead and get ready to put on my foundation. So I already have my face primed, and I'm going to be using Estee Lauder's Double Wear Foundation in the shade Dawn. So I go ahead and put this on the back of my hand, and yes, I am almost out. My heart is breaking, but it's okay. You only need a little bit since it does last all day. I'm going in with my Morphe Beauty Blender, and I'm going to go ahead and just rub that all over my face until I feel like I have the right complexion that I am looking for. And again, this one is not as full coverage as Kat Von D, which is my absolute favorite, but it definitely gets the job done for fall, which is what we are looking for. Okay guys, after our foundation is rubbed all in, beauty blended everywhere, we are going to go ahead and go in with our Shape Tape and put that anywhere you feel needs to be highlighted. For me, I put it under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and my chin. I don't feel the need to put it on my forehead because I feel like it cakes up my foundation. Again, as you can see, I am not the same color as my foundation, but that's okay because after this I'm going to go ahead and get my fake tan on. So just ignore my neck. As I'm blending this in, the most important thing is do not rub. I might look like I'm rubbing, but I'm actually tapping down in very fast motions and to the side. When you rub, you're not actually applying the concealer into your skin, you're just rubbing it everywhere, and it's not going to sink in and look as natural as it should. So that's just a little note to take in. Again, I'm using the concealer to highlight, and I apologize that I'm not looking at the camera for most of this video. I'm trying out a new monitor, and so it's kind of grabbing my attention just looking at myself all the time. As I am done rubbing in my concealer, we are going to go ahead in with the Revolution Banana Powder. This is my all-time powder. I love it. It's only $8 at Ulta, and I don't know what's going on with my hands, but as you can see, it is absolutely amazing. So I just take the excess powder from on top of the cap, as you can see, with my Beauty Blender. I rub it in under my eyes first to make sure I have enough. Then I go in the other places I highlighted and then apply it to the rest of my face. Since I do not have a oily face, I do not use powder all the time, mainly just where I concealed, so keep that in mind. As you can see, I'm speeding through this process. It's super easy, and once we are done with the powder, we're going to go ahead and start bronzing. Lately, I've been using the Hoola bronzer, which I think it's everyone's favorite, But I'm going in with this oval brush, and I'm going to start contouring my nose. I definitely feel like my nose is my biggest insecurity, and for holiday pictures and all the family events, I like to kind of cover it up so it's not something I have to worry about. And as you can see, when you're looking straight on, it doesn't really matter where you put the bronzer. For me, everyone's nose is different. My nose, I put it on the sides and over the bridge of my nose to kind of give it more of a round look, but it doesn't always end up that way. So I'm going to keep on contouring and let you guys see. So I did go ahead and finish contouring the rest of my face, and now I'm going in with this brand new Morphe N6 palette that I just picked up at Ulta for $12. It's super fall, super beautiful, and I'd never seen it before. It is super well packaged, and I love the colors. It comes with 9, and to me, anytime you can find a good gold, pick up the palette, and that's the whole reason why I got this palette. So I'm going to start off first with my Morphe brushes. Those are really the only brushes I'm going to be using, and I'm taking that first light color as just an easy transition shade that I think every palette should have. I'm going to go ahead and work that really into the crease because that's where this look is going to be mainly focused around. So after I finish putting it on both eyes, we're going to get into the fun. After I went ahead and put the lightest shade in the crease, I'm taking the second color and I'm going to go ahead and really work that into the crease. If you have this palette, it is the color Showtime, and even though it is brown, it comes off super red. So make sure you really build it up to a good level because you never want to have too much on your brush that you cannot take off. And really try and keep that in mind because that's one thing I struggled with when I first started doing eyeshadow. As I'm blending it into both sides, I can really tell that it's going to be so beautiful, and every color in this palette definitely has a build-up factor that you're going to have to reach due to a little bit of a pigment problem that I've been finding. Just even looking at the palette, you can tell. So we're going to go ahead and take this next shade called Makeout with another Morphe brush, and I'm going to go ahead and try and work that outwards, starting on my lash line and then bringing into my crease. I'm trying to make my eyes look as round as possible. I do have very wide eyes, so this is all preference, keeping in mind your shape, your style. I don't wear eyeliner, so that can also change the way that you're going to apply eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to both eyes and be right back. As you guys can see, I am blending together Showtime and Makeout, and I'm going to just buffing those into my corner and the crease because I feel like bringing these two colors together is going to make it definitely a warmer look. And fall, everything's warm, pumpkin spice and everything nice, and that is what we are going for. So as I'm buffing it in, sometimes you just get tired. I'm giving you guys an overlook there. Don't worry about what's going on your eyelids so much because we are going to be covering that up with Bottle Service, which is our gold glitter that I love. But taking Hot and Crowded, which is how I feel right now, we're going to be putting that on our lower lash line. This is such a beautiful red color, and don't be afraid to really experiment with your lower lash line. I feel like that really makes your eyes stand out, and that's what I'm going for with this look right now. As you can see by my face, I'm super excited. We are going to be taking DJ, which is a dark shade, and buffing that, again, using the word buffing, on our eyeballs. And it doesn't really matter, again, be as messy. Really try and get the shade there, and you can go ahead and clean it up, and that's what I'm doing. I really just want to bring some darkness in, and I'm putting gold over it anyway, so I'm not too concerned about what the eye is going to look like at the moment. And again, always have an extra brush around that is clean, that you haven't been using, so you can go ahead and clean up your look if you really need to. And my favorite part, we are going to go ahead and go in with this Manny MUA brush using Bottle Service. This color is so beautiful, but you do kind of have to dig into it for the color to show up. As you can see, the first time I didn't really pick up anything and I had to go back in. But look at that. It is amazing. It reminds me of Fenty Highlight. And I'm cutting my crease with it. You don't have to cut the crease. You can add it on the waterline. You can put it wherever you want. But since, again, I was going for more of a messy, I didn't really care what it looked like at the moment. This is why. So I can go ahead and cut and fix up all the things I needed to fix with the gold. And then next I'm putting it on my lower lash line with that red. Again, I like to keep some of the same colors I put on top on the bottom just to give it a little bit of unity. That is my eye look, and right now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. So now that I have my lashes and my mascara on, I'm going to go ahead and start on my freckles. I have this Stila eyebrow pencil in the shade Medium Warm. This is the absolute perfect color to use for freckles because freckles are all different colors, but a lot of them are a light brown. It's easy to move around, it's easy to mess with, and it's super easy to take off. The one thing you want to remember is we did apply powder to our face. So to give a little bit of a natural glow, I'm going to go ahead and just add a small highlight that doesn't have a lot of shimmer, just to make our look more natural. And then we're going to go ahead and use this eyebrow pencil. As you can see, it has a little felt tip, and you're just going to make marks wherever you please. Again, freckles don't have a specific spot that they go in. Next, taking my finger, and I'm just going to dot them around everywhere. Not only does that make a little imprint and create more freckles around your face, but it gives them more of a skin-like texture since you're pressing them into your nose. I'm going to go ahead and start off with one side of my face to see how I like it, to see where I want to bring them, and then bring it over to the next side of my face. Again, make sure you only do a few at a time, and then press your finger into your face, just so they don't dry and you're not able to make them look more natural. I'm working on the other side of the face, the most important thing that I think a lot of people forget to do is add them further out and lower closer to your mouth. I have never met someone that just has freckles around their nose. I mean, maybe you're out there, but just to give it more of a realistic vibe, we are going to go ahead and bring them down. And make sure you don't tell nobody that they're fake, because if you're anything like Michael, you'll make fun of me for a whole summer. But there you have it. After you are done, I am going to take my banana powder that I used on my face earlier with a little tiny eyeshadow brush, and I am going to be just putting that on top of the freckles. This will definitely give it more of a skin-like texture and make it look like they're underneath your makeup, which I think is pretty interesting. But not only that, the most important thing is to make sure that you are not clumping the powder on top of them, because then you're going to be able to see the liquid base of the eyebrow brush with the powder. But there you have it. Those are our fake freckles, and I'm going to go ahead and hit you with the montage. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and check out my social media for more faux freckle looks, and make sure you're subscribed. Bye!